Welcome to another edition of PodJerky. On today's episode, we are celebrating episode number 50. And that's a pretty big milestone for us because I didn't think that we would actually make it to 50 episodes, but here we are and we're still kicking.
Yeah, I was still trying to wake up here because it's too early. We got into work at what? Oh man, 6:20. I was up at 4 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, this is a very early morning for us. I mean, it's nothing different. It's a usual daily thing. I think I was out of bed at 3 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, that's just sad.
Yeah, so we decided that we were going to do the recording this morning, and we have a couple of surprises throughout the episode where we had some podcasts that were kind enough to send in some congratulations messages to us.
Hey everybody, it's Sarge from Fighting Failure with Sarge. I just want to congratulate Tom over on PodJerky for his 50th episode. Sir, I hope you have 50 more. I hope you have 50,000 more. Congratulations, Tom, and salutes to everybody over there at PodJerky.
And we're going to play those throughout the episodes. And I have to say, with this whole podcast journey, we already said that we didn't think that we were going to make it to 50. And we probably couldn't have done it without the help of a lot of the other podcasts that we've become friends with. And you'll hear some of their messages throughout the whole episode.
Hey, what's up? This is Dub of Goals Podcast. And I just want to say congratulations to my friends over at PodJerky on episode 50. What an amazing accomplishment so far. Here's to another 50 episodes and beyond. You all are amazing. You continue to keep rocking it, keep bringing us great content on the podcast platform. PodJerky is awesome. It's amazing. I love when I'm able to tune in to you and check out what you have new. Keep bringing us that special flavor. Peace.
Making friends with these people has been huge because you build this community, you get to collaborate with them, you start groups with them. And yeah, so we made friends with these people and we've built this whole community with them and everything's been great. We can't say that everything has been rosy along the way, I guess is a term to use, but we've had a lot of fun doing it. And we've gone through quite a few episodes. We've had some musical guests on. We've had other podcasts on. We've done episodes on health, on fertility, on coronavirus, on a whole bunch of different topics. And it's been a lot of fun, and I've really enjoyed doing it. How about you?
Just trying to wake up here still, so. What did you just say? I'm not listening.
I was just saying that we've had a lot of fun doing all of these episodes up to episode 50. And I thought we wouldn't make it to this. I thought this was just something that we started just before the pandemic hit, actually. And it was something to keep us busy, something different to do than we were doing before. And we've made it this far. And I've had a lot of fun doing this.
The most interesting part of all this is looking at the lunacy on social media, especially on Instagram. It's just a gong show out there, man. It's like a circus. You're just looking at what's going on. Those emojis, man, there's like hidden messages in those emojis, I'm telling you.
Oh, yeah.
You still have to decipher that stuff. People have their own language, and we're still going to try to break this algorithm.
Yeah, definitely. And it's funny because you and I both hate social media.
Hate it.
I was never a big social media guy before we started the podcast, but unfortunately with podcasting, you have to be on social media. It's the only way you're going to get your content out there. And that's how you build relationships with other podcasts. And that's how you get your actual episodes out there. Without that, you're probably not going to go anywhere. No one's going to hear about you. No one's going to know who you are. And I absolutely dislike being on social media right now. And there are so many that you have to be a part of. You've got Twitter, you've got Facebook, you've got Instagram, you've got all of your podcast platforms where it's like Spotify and Apple and Google and all of this stuff. And you're constantly posting and you're constantly trying to stay engaged with these groups so that you can actually get your name out there.
Hey, this is Rosa
and Angela
from the Ripple Podcast. And we just wanted to say congratulations on reaching episode 50.
Cheers to another 50 more.
And something that was interesting, I believe it was probably about 4 or 5 months ago, is that I became friends with a couple of other podcasts, and it worked out to us becoming a team that started a online community. And that community has grown so much in the past couple of months. And we are actually having our second convention coming up in December. And our numbers have been fantastic. We've hit over, I believe, 1,100 people in the group now. And I believe probably about 900 of those have just joined in the past month and a half.
Finally, the whip has come back. Wait a minute, that's not it. Oh, wait, I got it. To be the man, woo! No, that's not it either. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Well, you know something? Nah. Hey, but for real, this is the Big Whip Dog from the Wrestling Heroes and Insiders Podcast, a.k.a. The Whip Show, and we want to congratulate you for the 50th episode, man. A lot of people don't reach that milestone, so be proud of yourself. I'm going to check you out in the next 50. PodJerky, Tom Hartman, do what you do. See you next time.
And it's really, really grown and it's really taken off. And it's pretty cool because we've gotten to talk to some special guests that might be appearing. They might not. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag. That might be appearing on the show, on the convention itself. We've had musical guests that actually allowed us to use their music for the convention. So there's a lot that we have gained from doing this podcast, but we've also hit some brick walls as well.
Let me just ask you something. These special guests, are they the ones that you were showing me on Instagram, the ones that you were talking about?
Yes.
So they came through? They're coming on?
Yeah, they're going to be coming on.
Oh, good stuff.
I don't want to let the cat out of the bag. I mean, they've confirmed, but nothing is set in stone until the actual day and it actually happens. But they did confirm that they are going to be coming on, and it's going to be very interesting. And like I said, those were the good parts of doing the podcast. And it also allowed us to do certain things, talk about certain topics, get things off our chest, whatever it was. And the 50 episodes is something that I didn't think we were ever going to hit. It was just something we were doing for fun. And it's actually taken off really well. And I'm not saying we have superstar numbers, but our numbers are pretty decent for what we're doing. And I just love, the community build and all of the events that we're being a part of and all that stuff. So I'm pretty happy with where we are right now.
Hey, this is Russ from the Nick and Russ Don't Know Anything podcast. I wanted to congratulate PodJerky on their 50th episode. Way to go, guys. Now you can retire.
Well, just wait until the good stories come up shortly, because we're going to get into some of the more personal stuff, especially with the workplace garbage and all sorts of nonsense that we deal with on a daily basis. You guys have no idea what's coming up. Just no idea. And the stories, they're not stories. They're all factual accounts.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. We have some pretty good episodes coming up in the near future. But for right now, just hitting 50. What are your thoughts on getting to the 50th episode?
I'm tired. I need to wake up. I need a good coffee with some whiskey in it. I don't know. It's kept us busy. We basically started this to keep busy during the start of the pandemic there. Yeah, so far, so good. It's given us something to do, an outlet. Some of the interactions that we've had are interesting. Let's put it that way. Some are cool. Others are crazy, and some we're trying to understand what the conversations are about, because most of the time when you're dealing with social media, most of the stuff just doesn't make any sense, or it's stupid crazy. And like you said before, I can't stand doing social media. Neither can you. It sucks. You know what we should do? We should not give a shit. We should not care and not even try like some of the people out there, because it seems like they put the least amount of effort into all this stuff and they're doing pretty well. So Maybe we should do the same thing.
Yeah, we just keep quiet on the down low and people will be, hey, that's mysterious. I want to check that out and let's see what that's all about. But being on social media, actually, we reached out to some musical artists because we've done quite a few music episodes.
Oh, Jeff Smith for the win.
Yes.
Jeff Smith.
Hey, this is Jeff Smith, former guest and friend of PodJerky. Guys, I just want to say congratulations on reaching episode 50. Cheers to 50 more. Keep them coming, guys.
Yes, and go and check out that episode. That episode was so good. It was so good. And we had actually had him do a, what do you call it? What the hell you call it? The first time, a debut song on the podcast. And he had never performed that song before in a recording or live. And he actually did that for our show, which was really, really, really cool.
Hey, PodJerky, this is Sarah from Blackbird, an advocacy podcast, sending you a huge congratulations on your 50th episode. Cheers.
But reaching out to some of the artists that we didn't think that we were going to get any response from them. You said, hey, let's take a shot. Let's reach out to them. Let's see what happens. And it ended up that quite a few of them got back to us. And they gave us permission to use their music, to do some reviews. We wanted to take the proper way. We wanted to take the proper route in getting permission to get the music so that we could be able to use this music on the shows. And they gave us that permission. And it was really, really cool. And some of the music artists actually started to communicate with us. And we started to do episodes with them. And we had them on the show as guests. And we've built kind of a friendship with them where we've been privy to some information that others might not be privy to about upcoming album releases and video shoots and a lot of cool stuff. And you never think that that's going to come out of doing a podcast, but I found it really cool that we were able to do that and able to get these guests onto the show.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you repeat all that? I dozed off. I need to wake up here. No, I'm kidding. I sort of maybe heard 10% of that. Let's see. I'm just thinking about what I have for lunch today. And yeah, I'm tired.
It's been quite a ride. Like I said, there's been ups, there's been downs. There's been some drama. There's been a lot of drama, actually, more than we cared to even have to deal with because we're not those kind of people. We don't want to deal with the drama. But, you know, we'll say it in a future episode that we don't look for the drama, but drama always tends to find us. And we don't start the drama, but we end it. And, you know, we didn't have to end anything here specifically, but, you know, going into episode 50, it's been a fun ride. It's been a journey. It's been really fun doing this. And as I said, like we have throughout this episode, you're going to hear, I guess, a few congratulations on reaching 50 episodes. And some of these congratulations that we got, some of these messages that we got will tell you that not a lot of people make it to episode 50.
Hey, this is John from the Basement Surge. I just wanted to say congratulations on reaching episode 50. Here's to another 50. Keep it going. Love the show.
A lot of people will do the podcast. They'll get frustrated with the numbers and they'll say, you know, it's not worth my time. It's not worth doing anymore. Whereas we don't even really care about the numbers. When the numbers come, cool.
No, not at all.
I don't really care if one person listens. I don't care if 50 people listen. At the end of the day, we're not really doing this to make money. We have full-time jobs. We're not really doing this to make money. If at the end of the day we make money, fantastic. I guess that's always the goal. But right now we're doing this for fun. We're having fun doing it. And we're not about the numbers at all. And a lot of people won't make it to episode 50 just because they do give up on it because they see a lot of it. And I see a lot of those comments in some of the groups that we're a part of saying like, I don't understand why I don't have the numbers and I don't have any of the subscriptions or reviews or anything like that. And I always go back to telling them the same thing. You have to make connections in the podcast groups. You have to be able to communicate with people, make friends, join groups, join communities. put out like 30-second ad spots, do whatever you can to promote yourself, be as part of as many groups as you can. And then that way your name is going to get out there a little bit. You also have to put out good content. There's no question about that. If you have really crappy content, no one is going to want to tune in and listen. I know if I'm listening to a show and the audio quality is poor, no matter what the content is, my ears can't handle that. I just can't keep listening to it if the audio quality is really, really poor. So you have to have good content. You have to have good audio quality, and people will tune in. Eventually your name is going to catch on and you're going to take off. Not to Joe Rogan numbers or anything like that, but you're going to get your name out there and you're going to be able to produce a quality show where people are going to tune in.
Oh, me? My turn?
Your
Okay.
turn.
So now we'll start talking about banana muffins and running the road.
Those are actually funny terms because those are terms that you'll hear in upcoming episodes of unbelievable stuff that goes on in our everyday work life. For those of you that don't know, we both work with special needs students and we work in the school system. And there are a lot of stories that we have on a daily basis that we go through all the time. And, even talking to my wife sometimes, she'll sit there and say, there's no way that happened. There's no way. And I'm like, well, it happened. And we're not making this stuff up. Like, this is something that happens on a daily basis.
Man, listen, if we videotape the shit that we are dealing with every day at work, people would say, like, why the hell are you doing that? Why are you working there?
There's no secret to it. I love working with special needs kids. I enjoy what I do. It's just some of the things that you see are hilarious. Some of the things that you see are very, very sad. And some of the things that you see are very frustrating because sometimes you don't get the results that you're looking for, or things just go completely off the rails, just like normal life for us.
I think we're going to write a book shortly. It's going to be called Autism Whisperers.
Yes. Yeah. And
bestseller.
Yeah, it'll be a bestseller for sure. And, it's just interesting that every day our job is different. We can't expect the same thing every day at work because, special needs kids are never the same. They're just, one day they're on, one day they're off. And I love it. I love every single day that I come to work. Just sometimes, there are other factors involved that make you not want to be at work. But
wait. Listen. I got a good idea. Should we play our full unedited version, our intro and outro from Jeff Smith that nobody's ever heard? Maybe we should put that in right now. What do you think?
PodJerky. Jerky.
Yeah, I want to put that in because that's interesting too that we forgot to talk about. That was Jeff Smith was one of the episodes that we had covered in one of our 50 episodes, and he actually made the intro and the outro for our podcast. And Jeff and I used to go to the same elementary school. We used to go to the same church, and I just reached out to him, and he's a musician, and I said, hey, I'm just looking at seeing if you're able to do an intro and outro for us, see if you can mix some music together. And I believe it was the first two that he sent over to us that we said, those are it. That's our intro and our outro.
Yeah, he nailed it.
We didn't even have to say, hey, can you tweak this or can you tweak that? That was it. It was right from the get-go. We loved it. And then we had comments from other people in different groups and different podcasts that had said to me, hey, who made your music? I love it.
Yeah.
I love listening to the music. I had another podcast reach out to me and say, sometimes I listen to your podcast just to hear the intro because it's so good.
Are you listening, Jeff? Jeff Smith?
Jeff,
Are you
this is
listening?
all you, buddy. This is all you. You made this, and this is actually what people have said about this. And I find that really cool because we weren't expecting people to have those kind of reactions to an intro or an outro. But, you know, you did a fantastic job, and I don't think we're ever going to change.
It's time for Jeff Smith to get paid.
Yeah. And
You're getting paid, Jeff Smith.
Jeff needs to get paid. Jeff needs to get paid. He's a phenomenal artist, very, very underrated and underappreciated. And I ask all of you to go to his page and subscribe to his channel on YouTube, Jeff Smith Music, because you are going to find a lot of good content on there. The guy is brilliant. His music is fantastic. We play it for our special needs kids here sometimes, and they really enjoy it as well. So go and check him out.
PodJerky.
Here we go now! Play that beat!
PodJerky.
Now we gonna get down!
PodJerky.
I guess we should give props to some of the other artists that we have worked with as well, that we've kept in close contact with, and that's the Squad. And they've been really, really, really good with us, from Big Stretch to Dankery Harv to Whitey Don to Frankenstein to Thrust, Navi the North. Like, we've had a lot of great content. We've had a lot of these guys on as guests, and they've provided us with a lot of material and allowed us to use their music. So
let's not forget Choclair, Socrates, Finger 11, and Brian Adams as well.
Yes.
Props to those guys.
They all allowed us to use all of their music. You can check out all of our episodes on those guys as well. Go up into their social media if you're not following them already. You know, it's hard because Canadians don't get some of the due that they should be getting in the music industry. And we've had some of our American listeners reach out to us and say that, you know, we didn't know that Canada had good music or good hip hop, or I guess just music in general, because they don't know about these artists. And these artists are fantastic, and these artists have great music, and you could compare them to American artists any day of the week.
They think all we have is hockey songs and songs about snow, and that's it.
And maple syrup. So, I mean, go and check out their YouTube channels as well. These guys have a lot of good music, and it's great. It's fantastic. And we were so appreciative of them giving us the opportunity to work with them on our show, and for them to give us their music or permission to use their music, try to help spread the word for them as well. Try to promote them and help them out, and maybe get them into some of the American markets that they wouldn't necessarily be in regularly because it's just not there. It's not promoted over there. So hopefully we're doing a little bit to help them out, and that's pretty much where that's going with that.
Hi, this is Ian.
And I'm Liam, and we're from Best Film Ever,
the podcast that does, I think, what it says in the tin.
Yeah, I think so.
And we're here today to give a massive shout out and congratulations to PodJerky on achieving 50 episodes. Well done, guys.
Yeah, well done, guys. And hope we have another 50 more.
At least 50 more.
Yeah, let's go on for it.
So, best of luck. Well done, guys. And we'll catch you on the flippity flap.
The flippity flip flop.
What some of the other guests that we've had on, I guess my wife has been on quite a few times. So thank you to her for coming on the show and doing a few episodes. She's enjoyed her time doing the show. Who else have we had on the show?
I'd like to thank my lunch that I'm going to be eating at 12 because, you know, without it, where would I be?
Right. Yeah.
Let's see. It's too early still. I'm trying to think.
Well, we've done some episodes on the coronavirus, when the whole pandemic started. And I'm sure everybody that's in the podcast world has touched on the coronavirus. We've done 3 parts to that episode, so you can check those ones out. We've done an autism episode, which we got a lot of good feedback on as well, with people who have worked with special needs students. We've done the health episode. We've done a Believe It or Not episode, where that's kind of an emotional roller coaster because it takes you through health issues that I've had on my side of the family, on my wife's side of the family. And it takes you into some of the drama that we've dealt in the podcasting world, and just some of the nonsense that's been going on. Hopefully that's all behind us. We're done with that, and we don't have to deal with that anymore. And you know, that's pretty much it for that. But we've had a lot of fun doing these episodes, and I don't know what else to say, but thank you to all of the podcasts that are out there that we have been able to connect with and be friends with. All of the people who have supported us and listened to our show, have subscribed to our show, have tuned into our show. We've come, you know, we can check, I guess, where our listens are coming from, and we've hit a lot of different countries. And it's surprising that you see your show go global. And, you know, we've hit countries mostly in Canada because that's where we're from. We've hit the US. We have hit Ireland. We have hit Germany. We have hit Italy. We have hit France. We have hit Saudi Arabia. We have hit India. We have hit Russia. We have hit China. We have hit a lot of countries that we never thought was going to happen. Morocco, Sweden, Finland. We've had listens out of all of those countries. And I think that is just great that they have been able to find our podcast, but it's exciting because you never think that that's where it's going to go. And we appreciate all of the people who have listened and all of the people that have tuned in. I don't know what else to say to you guys.
I have a lot to say now. We're trying to make it big in Shangri-La as well. That's just north of our spot here in Northern Ontario. It's a secret location. We can't tell you about that. But I'm thinking there's a lot of talking in this episode. We're going to have to do editing. No one's actually listening to this. You know that, right? Actually, we're trying to get to negative followers. So it's social experiments, lots of social experiments.
We're just kind of sitting here shooting the shit about 50 episodes and wanting to do another 50 episodes and build more into the communities and hopefully take this to the next level where we get paid, where not everybody else gets paid instead of us. And that's basically pretty much all I can say about that. But again, we just want to say thank you to everybody who has tuned in. Hopefully we get more listeners that want to tune into our show, not based on this episode, because this was a just shoot the shit episode and we're tired. And it's, you know, right now it's only 7 a.m. and we're already sitting at work recording this episode. We're not on the clock yet. Don't worry about it. We're not getting paid to record this episode at work. But we're sitting here at work because we are always early birds, and we have the time to do it before we start work. And that's pretty much it. So I want to say thank you to everybody who has tuned in so far. We hope you've enjoyed the first 50 episodes. We hope you enjoy the next 50 episodes. What do you have to say before we sign off on this?
One thing I want to see is I want to see us reach Antarctica. We have to reach the penguin state.
It's possible, you know. You never know that might happen. I don't know how to get the listens out there. And one day we'll see that one in Antarctica.
I think we're going to have to subscribe to the ICE algorithm. That's the key. Or maybe we just send some of these feelers out to some of those scientific institutes that are doing research out there. We'll keep them occupied.
Yeah, give them something to do and listen to our show about nothing.
That's right. While they're staring into a vast wasteland of nothingness over there, just snow and ice and cold. Anyways,
yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, it's been a great ride. I mean, we have a lot of episodes. Like I said, this is episode number 50, and we're hoping that we still continue for another 50. We've got a lot of things on the horizon. For those of you that don't know, right now it is in the 3rd week of November when this episode is being released. And the first weekend of December, which is December 4th to December 6th, we and another 2 podcasts, Nick and Russ Don't Know Anything, and Sarah from Blackbird and advocacy podcasts are running a podcast virtual convention. And we ran our first one in August of 2020. It was a big success. And this year we are doing, this coming December, which is only 3-4 months after the first one that we did, we are running another one. And we actually have a lot more podcasts participating this time. I believe we have 41 shows that are participating, plus we have 5 panels going on. So it's going to total about 46 hours of content, and it's going to go 24 hours a day, starting at 6 p.m. on the Friday evening on the 4th and ending at 9 p.m. on the Sunday on the 6th. So there's a lot of content. There's a lot of shows that you are going to be able to tune into, which is going to be great because you'll find some new shows. There's a lot of new shows participating this year, this convention from the previous convention. We have a lot of returning shows as well. We have some surprises coming up for the convention as well. So it's going to be really, really good. This one is called PodVCom presents PodVCon, the holiday one. And that is from December 4th to December 6th. And you can find us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/groups/PodVCom, COMM. And it's going to be a really, really good show to tune into. So we're happy to be part of that and part of the creation process for the convention. And like I said, that's all about building community. And we've had a chance to build a community, and we've had a chance to have all of these people join the community and be part of this convention that we're doing our second one. And it's just been a fun ride. Until next time, stay safe, be kind to each other, and we'll see you later.
Hi, I'm David Locke, your host at the most over at the Orange Recliner Chronicles. But today isn't about me or my show. It's about our friends and fellow Canadians over at PodJerky and hitting that 50 episode milestone. Speaking of Canadians and milestones, today's an even bigger deal than that time Paul Henderson scored the winning goal against the Soviets back in '72, or the time Wayne Gretzky scored 50 goals in 39 games. Seriously, in a game against either the Soviets or Wayne Gretzky, I would take PodJerky on my team any day. Congrats, guys. And here's to 50 more.
PodJerky.